Hello students, today we're going to talk about how to subtract integers. When we subtract integers, what we're going to do is we're going to change our problems into addition problems, and then we're going to use the integers addition rules down here. In order to do that, we have to change our integers into addition and change the sign of our second number. We call that the chop-chop method. I'll show you why in just a second. So the first thing I'm going to do is to change my subtraction sign to addition. And so in this problem, that would be like doing chop. So that's changing it to addition. Then we look at the second number and we change it to its opposite. So if it's negative, we're going to change it to positive. If it's positive, we're going to change it to negative. This is a negative number, so I'm going to change it to positive. Chop, chop. Now I'm going to use my integers addition rules. And so that's if I have same signs I add, if I have different signs I subtract. So here I have the same signs, and so I'm going to add those together, and 6 plus 4 equals 10. And then I'm going to follow the sign of the same number, and so those are both positive. So my answer is positive 10. Now once you learn about the chop-chop method, you only do it for subtraction problems. So for example, this problem here, I have an addition problem, so I do not use the chop-chop method because there isn't anything to chop. So I'm going to follow the integers addition rules. Let me go back to those for a second. This is a review of the addition rules. So if they are different signs, I subtract. If they are the same signs, then I add. You don't have to rewrite these down, you already have them, but if you would like to, you can. Okay, so we already did that problem. Let's look. Okay, so since this is an addition sign, I'm just going to follow the integers addition rules. So since they're different signs, I'm going to subtract, and 29 minus 16 is 13. And then I'm going to take the sign of the larger absolute value, which happens to be positive. Let's look at this one. Here I have subtraction, so I'm going to do chop, and then I'm going to turn this positive into its opposite, which would be negative. Chop. So chop, chop. Now I have two negatives, and so when I have two negatives, I'm going to add them together. And when I add those together, I get 65. And I'm going to keep the sign, and so that would be negative. Let's look at another example. Here I have a subtraction problem, and I'm going to do chop, and since this is positive, I'm going to make it its negative. Chop, chop, chop. These are two different signs now, so I'm going to subtract them. And when I do 98 minus 25, I get 73. And I'm going to take the sign of the larger absolute value, and so that one would be negative. Thanks for writing down these notes. Have a great day.